At that time, Father Garmo announced at the Mass that there's few ladies who wants to start a new organization which will be called Ladies of Charity. And of course in Chaldean, Jam'iyya al-Khairiyya.
So they started helping out certain individuals and families with basic needs, either whether it's housing, transportation, medical needs, taking them to doctors, translating, education, and it grew from there.
And there were not many women at those days that drove. And I was one of them that drove and had a car. So I said, whatever it is, whatever it takes, I will be more than happy to help. We paid, I think it was $5 for membership at that time. I think it was $5. Of course, some people thought it was a lot in those days. And then that's how it started. And when we started, first thing I did was they called me, will you be able to drive family to go and register their kids in the school? It was like take some people to doctor or shopping, or some older woman who didn't speak English would need a doctor. We would take them to doctors and whatever they needed. And that's how I remember it.
It just made them feel a little bit more important, and it just made me feel like on top of the world just to help them. And I just got the biggest joy out of it. That's what
I remember how close of a group they were, and what a great group they were. Bishop Garmo, back then Father Garmo, was the key to their organization. What I realized in later years is that Bishop Garmo came to the Ladies of Charity and gave them all those projects because they were the only ones who could get anything done.
Really, we didn't do that much in the beginning because we were broke, and we had to start collecting money and having activities in order to make money to help people. But we did by giving them furniture and by clothing and whatever anybody had that could do to help them.
In the last 50 years, the organization has grown tremendously. We've got more than 550 women who are members and several supporters inside and outside of the Chaldean community.
I heard about the organization way back when I was a teenager, and I thought it was a wonderful organization. I heard they did a lot of great things for the people in the community, and I wanted to become involved. And as I got older, I was able to become involved and participate in all the different activities.
These days we have quite a few programs that we do, things such as the clothing and food assistance. Right now we have a very large warehouse, 10,000 square feet, where we get donated furniture from members in the community, and then for the families in need that are assessed by our organization and that need furniture, clothing, household appliances, they're allowed to come to the warehouse and select what they need, and it costs them absolutely nothing.
They help me a lot. Without their help, it's hard for someone to come to this country not knowing anything. They've helped me with my home needs. My resettlement agency sent me to the Chaldean American Ladies of Charity. I was staying with my daughter. She brought me to the Chaldean American Ladies of Charity. The organization helped me out a lot. It's a good organization. I started to volunteer with my daughter. I would go back and forth with her. The organization helped me, and I wanted to help them, thanks to an organization like this one. The organization has assisted me with clothing, furniture, beds, sheets, towels, and everything. I benefited a lot. When I brought my dad to the warehouse, I knew that I wanted to help them. My kids didn't have anything for 5 years. They were sleeping on the floor. They provided bedding for them and everything. I thank them so much. My life has gotten much better because of this organization.
We also have, we have a nursing home program and a seniors program where we try to help our patients that are in the nursing homes, because really they are in non-Chaldean environments there. And so there's a lot of issues that may surface as a result of that. One being that the language, so that the language between the nursing home residents and the nursing home staff, that they're not understanding what the needs of the nursing home patients are. So we go there periodically, either with special programs, even to take food to them that's of their own cultural background, so that they can eat the food that they're used to. We do that regularly. The other thing is on a monthly basis, we try to have a regular seniors program because, as you know, seniors sometimes feel isolated from the community as well. They can't get out. They're not as mobile. So we go out to the senior centers. We have 2 senior centers that we go out to, and at these senior centers we hold social activities, and maybe we have special dinners for them as well.
The monthly bingo, which they provide lunch too. During Christmas, they bring us gifts. They come every month, and this is a way we all socialize together.
The other thing that we do is charitable giving financially. So charitable giving is financial assistance to families who are in need emergency relief, are in dire circumstances, and they just can't make ends meet. And so we kind of give them temporary assistance to kind of get them back on their feet and assist them with employment or whatever other issues they may have to kind of get them stabilized so that they can have a steady family life. One of the things we primarily do these days is refugee resettlement, and we have our Roots program, which is our refugee outreach, orientation, and team services. And we have a team that kind of blends together, comes together, and works with the refugee community because, as you probably all know, there's been a great influx of refugees in the Detroit metropolitan area since the invasion of Iraq by the military and more recently. So as a result of that, we have gotten thousands and thousands of families of refugees that have come in, and they count on us, the Chaldean American Ladies of Charity, to kind of get them situated, resettle them through these clothing assistance and furniture assistance, but just kind of assimilate them, and so that they know we are here for them, so they don't have those feelings of isolation when they get here, that they know that there's an organization they can come to, they can rely on for whatever they need, even if it's just information or referral to some resource. We also have some youth programs that we administer. One is Saturday Dreams, which is a mentoring program for at-risk kids in the Chaldean community, and it meets once a month, and they do skill building activities as well as they'll go out and do some field trips, kind of like mentor these kids through positive role models. Many of the mentors are postgraduate or professional people that go out once a month and meet with these kids and do things with these kids to establish positive choices for them, and making sure that they're making good decisions in their life.
We learned about life skills, team building, confidence, how to get along with one another, and I'm more outgoing now than I was before. They're like our mentor. Even to this day, if I call one of them up, I need help with this, that, they'll never say no to me. So you build a friend.
Well, when I first started the program, I have been only 2 years in the United States, so I didn't know really that much English. So it was kind of hard for me to talk to people and communicate with them because of my English. So it helped me a little bit more with the school. I used to go to school, and then right after school, I used to go to the program. When I first came, I was really shy. Like, I would not talk to one person. Now I talk to more people who I see, I say hi to them, and I'm just more open right now, more than how I used to before.
We have also established the Chaldean Angels of Charity, and the Chaldean Angels of Charity is a group of Chaldean high school girls that do charity once a month. And they are very self-motivated women, or girls, but they are women, that go out and determine what type of need there is out there in the community that they can try to help with, and they will organize the activity, and they'll go out kind of like future Chaldean Ladies of Charity for us. So hopefully they'll be, and kind of hopefully we can still feelings and encourage them to be philanthropic, encourage them to take on leadership role and build their leadership skills. So that's a very important program for us.
We've planted gardens, we've made rosaries with the elders, we've gone to abuse havens, during the holidays we do like Valentine's Day bingos. We've done Christmas story times with the Iraqi refugees.
My favorite part is seeing, after I do an event, seeing all the people that I have helped, like their faces, like them being so happy. It makes me happy, and it makes me thankful that I joined the group, and thankful that I'm one of the leaders, because and I love that all the other angels, they look up to me as like a role model for being like a leader. I love that.
we do other things such as, we do the turkey drive where we work with another organization to deliver turkeys to almost 100 families during the Thanksgiving season. During Christmas, we hold an Adopt a Family program where over 60 to 70 families that are really, really destitute are assisted by members of the community through sponsorships, and they're going out and buying gifts for these people so that these families and these children can have a nice Christmas just like everyone else does. One of our most important cultural things that we do is trying to preserve our culture through either activities or special projects. And the most recent special project we've had is the Mabasima Cookbook. And the Mabasima Cookbook has been an accumulation of various recipes by over 150 Chaldean women and men who have been able to provide us with a recipe, and we've have been able to record the recipe, test the recipe, and place it in a professional cookbook called Mabasima Cookbook. And it's an attempt for us to always preserve our culture and our language and our recipes by having our children learn through this cookbook.
It's a wonderful group of women, and they do a lot of wonderful things for our community. They're always there to help. When someone in our community needs something, the first group of people they ask to help are the Ladies of Charity, and they're always there. They never say no, and they always need more volunteers.
Most people could spare some time. And why not? Why not give it to charity? Why not to give to help and have mercy on other people who needs your help?
And I just love it because it gives me such happiness to see other people happy, and I would love if every girl could feel the same way.
The way they help me, I have to give back the same. For sure my life is better than when I first arrived. It was very hard for me. I didn't know how to get around. I didn't know the language, directions. They guided me. Thank God for this organization. Thank them for helping me.
If they get involved by helping, giving, and caring, their life would be happier, and it will be more richer and maybe brighter. And I think they should get involved. There's a saying that says it's better to give than to receive.
Many of us are very fortunate in what we have, and we haven't faced many of the challenges that others are facing at this time. It's extremely rewarding in order to help somebody.
I look at the organization today and how active they are in the community and how many people they serve, and I'm proud to be a member.